أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين صدق الله العظيم. Well, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Honorable, the judges, and all the viewers whom I love. Firstly, let's say thanks to Allah who give us mercies and blessing so we can live life in healthy condition and in good situation. Secondly, may salawat and salam be praised to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, who guide us from the darkness to the lightness, from the stupidity to the cleverness, namely Islam. May we get his shafaat in the judgment day. Ameen, ameen, Allahumma ameen. Well, viewers, before we get more into our topic, let me ask you first, do you know about the surah I recited? And what is the surah tells us about? For your information, the surah I recited is Surah Al-Kafirun. The surah tells us about how Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, taught us to be tolerant. As we know, that we live in a country which has various differences. We live in a country which has so many ethnics, religion, races, cultures, and so on. We live in a country which has slogan Unity in Diversity, well known as Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Yes, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, or Unity in Diversity, is an utterance which is often we hear. It's how we can appreciate differences, and it's how we can respect each other. So let me say that the main idea of unity in diversity value is in tolerance. But the question is, has the tolerance been implemented in our daily life? I strongly say no. Why do I say that? Because there are lots of cases related to intolerance happened in our country. Well, let me give you an example on how we easily degrade others because of differences. After Reformation era, for instance, there were more than 1,000 of cases of church destruction across Indonesia. Are you surprised? Of course, me too. And the latest news I heard is the burning church in Aceh Singkil. Yeah, in Aceh Singkil. The main reason is the increase of Christianity. They fear that the Christianity will be destructing their culture. In fact, the country has granted all the people's right in choosing any religion. And I bet that we already know from the ayah in Quran, La ikraha fid din, there is no compulsion in religion. But why? But why this still happen? And don't go too far from this. The utterance of kafir means out of Islam, addressed to people who's different, may indicate that we intentionally blame others because they're not the same with us. And your condemnation may indicate that you are the one who are not really tolerant. There is a saying, whoever condemns someone or group with utterance of kafir, whilst they stop believing in God and His Prophet, and automatically their condemnation reverses to themselves. It's ironic to know that we in the Indonesian society are the one who don't apply the tolerance, and we who have the philosophy of being united in spite of differences are the one to separate. And we are the people who break the harmony which is created 1,000 years ago by our own utterance and actions. From the problems above, we can state that our problem lies on how we fail to be tolerant. And it's also argued that we fail to consider others' differences, because we always feel that our own culture, our own religion are the best among others, and therefore we can do whatever we want. When we think deeper, why actually there is a harassment? The answer is we are less of tolerance. We are less of respect on other culture, other religion, and other differences. And how could it be? Because we always feel that we are better than them. So we are too arrogant and egoist, and it made us forget how to respect and appreciate others. Well, viewers, in this special month of Rabiul Awal, the Muslims around the globe commemorating and celebrating the Prophet's birthday. And then, what should we do to exemplify him, to become a moderate Islamic generation? First, we have to open our mind that we as Muslims are brothers in religion. And such brotherhood not only addressed to people who's in the same religion, but also to the people around the globe. I say that because we as humans are brothers in humanity. Yes, and it's become our duty to spread love and compassion to everyone in this entire world. And the second, we have to try to respect and appreciate other culture, other religion, and other differences. There is a saying, the more knowledge you got, the more tolerant you become. And furthermore, we already know that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, peace be upon him, taught us to be tolerant. And it's mentioned in the last verse of Surah Al-Kafirun. It says, Lakum dinukum waliyadin. It means, for you is your religion, and for me is mine. Besides, with this tolerance, we can show the world that Islam is a peace religion, and Islam become rahmatan lil alamin, or mercy to the universe. I think that's all from me. I hope that this speech will be useful for us. And thank you very much for your nice attention. I am Muhammad Fahmi Idris signing out. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.